Okay, it's Wednesday, so it's time to take a look at what women have been saying about other women this week in our new feature, It's a Woman's World. First up over the weekend, Times columnist Sarah Vines said that she thinks women are getting too hair-free. She wrote, "The hairy armpit is one of the most potent, if not the most potent, symbols of a lack of sophistication in a woman. A woman can do almost everything and retain a modicum of feminine allure. Forget to shave your underarms, however, and you may as well give up and cultivate a matching beard." So do we agree with Sarah? Would you ever consider letting it grow?
No, it makes me feel sick. The thought of it, of going home to Ray and saying, "Oh, could you play with my hair, darling?" And he plays with my armpits. You know what I mean? Like French plaits under your eyes. It's not attractive.
Why do you think women grow hair, though, under their arms? What is there?
Many women on the continent do, don't they?
I mean, why do we have it naturally, I wonder? To protect what?
Well, it has a certain aroma, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it does.
Because it's funny, it's fashionable. In fashion ways, it was quite trendy. I mean, in the 60s, I remember, well, actually, no, it was going off then. You feel a free-lovey weed-smoking person had hairy armpits. Actually, I recently did a photo shoot as a favour to Nikki Johnston to show you the beauties of the hairy armpit. I believe we have... Yes, bad hair day, that is.
Yes, very bad hair day.
You look like a builder.
I do.
It's just not attractive.
It's not attractive. It's not.
That wasn't me, by the way. That wasn't my hair. That was...
No, I don't believe you. That did look like it.
No, it wasn't me.
Well, I think I can understand why things are getting a lot more hair-free now, because I think fashions have definitely changed, and I don't know if about anybody else, but in the winter we don't shave half as much as we do in the summer. Because oh, you do not.
I shave every second day. I shave my beard.
And I think men also have changed, because men used to quite like hair. But young men today don't like a lot of hair.
Talking armpits or something else?
Well,
Let's move on, everybody, shall we?
everywhere. I'm just glad I've got an older bloke, I'll tell you that.
Next up, fashion designer Mary Quant said in a recent interview that car salesmen were once sexist to female shoppers. "I remember one day when things were going frightfully well, I went to buy myself a really smashing car," she says. "I asked them to show me a Porsche with an automatic gearbox, and the salesman called over all the other salesmen, and they stood around absolutely roaring with laughter." So when it comes to cars, do men make us feel inadequate?
Well, we are a little bit, let's be honest. I mean, I don't know a crackshank to a... what is it?
Crankshaft?
You said a crackshaft! Exactly! I wouldn't know.
You pop stars are all the same with your crankshafts and your...
But I tend to find salesmen, as long as you're writing them money for the cheque, then that's fine. They'll tell you everything you want to know. But I wouldn't want to know everything about an engine, because thankfully these days, if you break down, you just ring someone and someone comes to you and sorts it all out for
Actually,
you.
men don't know anything about an engine. It's like the old days where you look in the bonnet and get your oil filter out, is it? It's all covered up anyway. It's all electric. So what can they tell you? And don't ever let a man tell me how to park, because I am the perfect parker.
Are you really?
I am a perfect parker. They don't teach it, do they, at driving school? No. So you've got to go out there and learn it. The men that have kind of and I've got an in.
Oh, very good.
Reversing parking.
Oh yes, just like that. Parallel parking.
Yeah, but you're that's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yes.
about do you know about cars?
Well, I know. What I do is I remember if something's gone wrong, the symptoms, so that I can then go. You know, the crankshaft's gone, the big end's gone, I've got a puncture. You know, those kind of things. But
Yeah.
I haven't got a clue.
No, I haven't. And even sort of picking a car, I just felt better when I was in America, having my friend Michael came with me, and he doesn't know anything about cars, but I just felt better, and I thought I wouldn't be taken as much for a fool if I had a man with me.
So you come out looking like Penelope Pitstone.
She's a lovely girl, wasn't she, Penelope? Yeah.
I actually bought a car recently.
Did you?
I splashed out and bought myself a car.
Very nice.
And I
Did
was
you do
a
it by
typical
yourself?
woman. Well, I took Ray with me. But I left him there. But when I went in, I was very much, oh, I like that one. Look at the colour. Yeah. I'm a bit of a woman. And then when I got in it and they were going, it does this, that and the other, I was like a kid because all I wanted to play was the
Press the buttons.
It's got a press screen thing, and it kept going beep beep. I was loving it. The guy was going, "Would you like to know if it's got an engine?" I was like, I'm not bothered. He'll deal with all that side. I'm a very woman thing. I'm a bit of a girly.
Finally, the owner of the magazine Erotic Review, Kate Coxtick, recently claimed that women can't write about sex because they're not passionate enough to write raunchy erotica. However, disagreeing with her, author Kathy Lett says the problem is it's still a taboo for women to write or talk about sex frankly. She says the hypocrisy is innate in our language. A man who is sexually active is a love god. A woman who has the same sexual appetite is still described as loose. So do we agree with Kathy? Is it okay for a woman to talk about the details of sex? Is that...
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like talking about it. I get very uncomfortable talking about it. I don't mind listening to everybody else talk about it, and I get quite excited.
You love it when we talk dirty.
I do, but I can't really talk about
Your own
my own person. I just find it really uncomfortable talking about what goes on in because it's not as good as your lot.
I think that's wrong, though, don't you? That saying, because I think actually women, notoriously, in a group of women behind closed doors, are much ruder than men. Actually.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't you think, ladies? They are. Look, they agree. Whereas men
they're
are all,
probably more honest than men.
That's what I mean. They're much more honest. But maybe the problem is, she's right. There's the language. We haven't got the words for it, have we?
I have.
To use.
I'll teach you after.
I'm a bit like Jane. It's not that I'm uncomfortable talking about it, and I'm quite happy to sit here all day, as I do, talking about it with you guys, but that side of my life is private. It's for me and him indoors only.
Selfish, Jackie. I hate people
I'm not
like that.
sharing it with anyone.
Well, you don't need to because I share everything with you.
Yes, you
I do. I love talking about it. But then that's because I forget there's cameras there and there are people at home listening. See, I think it's just us in a nice intimate
You grew up with so
friends.
many sisters, you're used
Well,
to it.
I think what's good about it is to, you know, because it's not just about joking about it and having a laugh with your friends, but I think women are good at sharing problems, or if they think something's wrong with their sex life, of sharing it with another woman, whereas men would never admit there was anything wrong. You know, whereas, you know, I think it's healthy to be able to go, oh, this happens, I'm not so sure, and a woman goes, oh, that happens to me, and you think, good.
We should talk about it. We should talk about it.
It's quite crude, though, to keep
But
talking
we're not
about
talking
sex.
about, you don't have to give out intimate details of your loved one. I mean, I think anybody, male or female, who talks crassly and crudely about the other half, you wouldn't want to know. But to have a good, healthy conversation about what it all is about is jolly good.
Jolly good. Jolly good.
Jolly healthy.
Don't forget, if you have an opinion